Hey, this is Weed. Another presentation about the Turkish Get Up. This is a Prezi presentation that I made a number of years ago for a job interview, which I did not get. So maybe this isn't the best presentation ever. I can tell you right now that some of the pictures are not correct in terms of their gaze at their hand, but it is a good start, and so we'll continue, and hopefully this will be more informative to you. This is a Turkish Get Up with a high hip bridge, which is what we use in class. Remember, the Turkish Get Up is a self-limiting activity. So the reason why we do it in cycle 3 is because we've gone through 2 cycles where we've moved in a number of different ways. Hopefully you've developed the core strength and stability, the T-spine mobility, the hip mobility through hurdle walkovers, and then we have some hip extension, glute from doing the deadlift and also the hardstyle kettlebell swing. And then some shoulder activity from all that we've been doing by yanking on it, doing deadlifts, and also doing loaded carries. And then we've improved our body awareness and proprioception because we're more physically literate, or should be. So the objectives for this presentation were to identify that this is a self-limiting activity. So some of you, starting day 1, you will not be able to get the entire way to the top, and that's okay. You have to own each movement, and then you move forward. We're going to look at the steps, and you're going to be practicing those to achieve success. And then what are some other exercises that could be taken from that, such as a reverse lunge, or a half-kneel shoulder press, or side planks, and I can't think of the name of the term of the exercise, but it will come to me. Okay, so the reason it's called a self-limiting activity is because based on your physical capabilities at this time, you are unable to achieve that. We'll see a list of some other ones, other self-limiting activities that you can check out, such as rope jumping. So the start position. Now, this individual, I can tell you right now, he doesn't look at his hands, but this is what we're looking for. We're looking about the setup for a deadlift for your legs not too narrow. This is about 45 degrees, and we want this arm perpendicular the entire time. You will see his arm perpendicular the entire time. And he is doing a weighted get up. We do a naked get up, which means that we don't have any weight in our hands. So supine position, same arm, same knee up right here. It's his right side. We want to pack the shoulder, so that's where you bring the weight down and you turn your lat on. And you want your heels dug in. And so the next step for this is he is going to roll on this butt cheek, push through that heel, and drive up to that elbow. Ready? Here we go. Boom. So again, he should be looking at that hand because he's got a lot of weight in it. Remember, I should be viewing the hand until we get to the half kneel. So he drove through the heel, onto that hip and that elbow. And he should be looking up there. You want your chest out, thoracic spine, and you want to push through this elbow so you're nice and tall. The next step. This is going to be where some of you stop the first couple of times you do this. All you're going to do is extend that elbow. Again, he should be looking up at that hand, so you go from the elbow being bent to the elbow being straight, extension here. There should be a straight line from there to there. You want to have your hand pointing away. We call that corkscrew. And again, all of these things are the same, and we're rolling up on this butt cheek. Notice this hip is up here, and we're on that side. We're leaning onto that side. Some of you will be able to achieve this the first time. This is called the high hip bridge. So we're going to post up to a high hip bridge. Again, straight line through here. He should be looking at the kettlebell. So straight line down through here. He has pushed his hips up through that heel and that heel, and he is supporting all of his weight on the upper body on that. So again, that's why we do it naked without that in our hand. And he should be looking at his hand, which he is not. So from that position, that front leg, which was right here, is going to slide back here. The knee is going to get as close to here. This is not a good position. He should have his knee closer here. And this should be a triangle right here. So there's the hypotenuse. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So here and here is part of that, and the knee should be closer to there so it's easier. So again, he should be looking at that hand up there, not looking at whatever he is looking at. Knee close to hand. And if you watch the video, you'll see how you turn that hip on bringing your knee back. That's why we've been doing hurdle walkovers the entire time. So once you do that, that back leg was bent. Now it's going to get into this position, and whatever it takes to get into this position. Now this is correct right here. You don't have to look at the kettlebell anymore. So from this position, this is called a tall half kneeling. You are going to stand up victoriously. So he's going to drive through. This back toe should be under, and you can barely see that right there. So you're on the ball of your foot, and he's going to stand up. Boom. And so now you stand up victoriously. That's halfway. The next step, he is going to reverse lunge, so this leg is going to step back as far as it can go safely. And then he is going to windshield wipe. So that knee was back there, or the foot was back there. Now he's going to turn to the side, and he's going to drop. Again, he wants to be close here, not far away. This is frontal plane, drop off to the side a little bit. Notice he keeps his hip high. It does not drop back. You can check out the rubric. That's how you're going to lose points if you cannot project your hips up. The next step, that back leg becomes the front leg. So now he is posted up through here. He should be looking at his hand and pushing through both heels. Notice there's a relatively straight line there, and there's a straight line right through here as well. Then you're going to put your booty back down on the ground. Should be looking up there, so there's that starting point. So what you do going up, you do on the way back. The next step, he's going to put his elbow back down. Again, looking right here, notice how his chest is out, his T-spine is out. He's keeping his spinal column very long through this. And then he is going to return to the starting position. So that is the Turkish Get Up step by step. Remember, you don't have to get the whole way up, and more than likely you're not going to be doing 4 sets of 6. So here are some other self-limiting activities. Running barefoot is one of those items. Crocodile breathing, that is one of your potential exercises for the online format. So all of these different items are jump rope, farmer's carry, Turkish Get Up, self-limiting activities. And here are some references where I got this information, and this is the same video that you saw in the presentation, which got you to cycle 3. Okay, that is the Turkish Get Up. Email me if you have any questions. Go step by step. You do it every day for 8 different days, and you will get better. Move well, move often.